Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. Now I gotta start with this because a lot of you asked me for a complete list of ISO cryptocurrencies. So Crypto Ninja says, according to CoinMarketCap, only 16 projects are ISO compliant. And you see them right there. XRP, ICP, XLM, HBAR, Algo, QNT, IOTA, XDC, Casper, LCX, DAG, EWT, Solo, Corium, APTR, and ELS. And these cryptocurrencies have to be compliant to be utilized inside the new financial system. There's gonna be a few more added to this list in my opinion, but it's gonna happen over time. But so far, these are ISO compliant. This comes from Smoke. SWIFT can serve as a single access point to different blockchains, can be used to create trade tokens across tokenization platforms. Now, ISO is gonna be very big going forward. We're going to start to see value come from this over time. But SWIFT had to lean in this direction because SWIFT wants to stay relevant. You got to remember, a lot of countries are breaking away from SWIFT right now. They need a major upgrade, and that's why they're working with Ripple. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand is exploring new ways to monitor financial stability. I wonder if Ripple is involved. Looks like they are. This comes from Mr. Man. You know, whenever you see these countries and these banks pushing towards a CBDC, Ripple is either mentioned directly or a partner of Ripple is mentioned directly. That tells you you are invested in the right cryptocurrency. And that's why I'm always urging you to ignore the FUD, ignore the noise coming from other retail investors. Because most people on X, if their cryptocurrency, the one they're invested in, isn't involved in something like this, right away they got a FUD on it. They got to make you second guess your investment. Ripple inching closer to stablecoin release. I'm anticipating this stablecoin release, because I think what's going to happen is, right out of the gate, we're going to see the price of XRP change. I think we're going to see it start to rise in price. But that's based on the news. The real value from this will come shortly after, because this is going to open up a lot of doors at a lot of banks for Ripple. They get in the door with the stablecoin. Later, they introduce the secret sauce, XRP. Switzerland is taking drastic measures against stablecoins. Isn't that ironic at a time where Ripple's about to go live with their stablecoin? And they even mention in this article Mika as well. So you know every single country is eventually going to have Mika-like regulations. What's going to happen with Tether? In my opinion, Tether's future does not look very good. And once Tether falls, it's taking Bitcoin with it. Things will change very fast once that happens. All of a sudden, things are going to shift towards utility. The train has already left the station. Rosie Rios, remember when she said this? And I just want to play this clip really quick.
What do you think about cryptocurrency as a form of currency?
Well, I think the train's already left the station in terms of cryptocurrency. You may or may not know that I just joined the board of Ripple, and the reason why I chose to join that board, it's, in my opinion, one of the few cryptocurrency options out there that has a credible and legitimate use. So financial institutions use it to settle cross-border payments.
Now wait, she just said that financial institutions use it, but people in the crypto space want you to believe that nobody is utilizing XRP or utilizing Ripple's technology. Rosie Rios could have went to work anywhere, but she chose to go to work with Ripple. So she knew something big was going to happen around this technology. And we already know that the world is going to be utilizing XRP. But when she said the train has already left the station, she didn't mean you were too late. She wasn't talking about the price of XRP. And it's so ironic because XRP ledger to tokenize US Treasury bills. You know, you can't make this up. What we're watching happen is happening by design. Even the Ripple versus SEC case had to happen for a reason. And you know, it started with the fall of FTX. That put us on the path to regulations. Now the fall of BitBoy, I think, is also going to push for future regulations. I even think that happened at this specific time for a reason. What I'm telling you is there's no coincidences in this space. XRP holders, yes, you are all wrong. That's how it feels when you're trying to make a point on X these days. Because you could say anything about XRP, and right away, the naysayers show up. And they try to convince you that XRP is a garbage coin. And most of those people are holding the worst cryptocurrency out there, Bitcoin. Because right now, if you see what's going on, the whole narrative is shifting towards Bitcoin. And I even think that's happening by design. They don't want people holding utility-driven cryptocurrencies. They don't want you holding a cryptocurrency that's about to change the entire world, the entire financial system. Jim Kramer urging investors to buy stocks. You know what that means. You know, whenever Jim Kramer says something, you could expect the opposite. And I don't think it's looking good for the stock market right now. And I see all these people saying, now's the time to make money in the stock market. If you're not already rich, you're not going to get rich in the stock market. It's one of the most rigged systems out there today. U.S. debt clock, a new earth, worlds apart, the new USA dollar. Then you see the Fed dollar, principalities falling. I think we're going to watch the Fed push power towards the Treasury over the coming months. And I think that has to happen with the release of the new Treasury dollar. I cannot wait to see what that looks like. I'm anticipating that so much. And now with Ripple's new stablecoin, that could also evolve as the US digital dollar at some point as well. The usual stimulus tricks won't work this time around. Now, right now, everybody's talking about a new stimulus based on inflation. They're also saying that if the stock market collapses, there's going to be a need for stimulus checks as well. Other people are calling for UBI. The global economy is slowing and central banks and governments are deploying the usual stimulus tricks, lowering interest rates to encourage more borrowing and spending. And 2, running large fiscal deficits so government spending fills the gap left by sagging private sector spending. But these tricks won't work this time around. And, you know, what happens in this country is this. They've been doing the same thing for so many years, and it held up for so many years. But it's like everything I tell you. You know, people expect this to happen time and time again until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, that's when the problems arise. Same thing in the crypto space. Everybody's predicting the same cycles every 4 years. And those cycles so far have held up. Eventually, those cycles are no longer going to happen. And once that happens, people are going to be shocked by it. A lot of people are going to lose money because of it. But you know, when you see something happen too many times in a row, it's time to start thinking outside the box. And that's what the U.S. needs to do now more than ever. BlackRock has asked the Ukrainian soldiers not to be buried on the land it owns in the Ukraine. Representatives from BlackRock recently visited Kiev and requested that soldiers no longer be buried in the ground. They already bought 47% of Ukraine's land. BlackRock has asked that this land not be used for burials and that the bodies be cremated or disposed of in other ways. Wow, that sounds like a really great company. This is the same company that everybody inside the crypto space is hailing right now as the savior of Bitcoin. This is how much value they put on human lives. And let me tell you something. When BlackRock decides it's time to end Bitcoin because the World Economic Forum is telling them now's the time, watch how quick they rug pull Bitcoin. And that will happen. But it's a shame what's going on in Ukraine. You know, all the money that the U.S. is pouring into that country right now, it's because it's a testing ground. They're testing cashless society. They're testing digital ID. They're going to test UBI there as well. And once they realize what works and what doesn't, all of a sudden, those tests will go live here in the United States. They will no longer be a test. It will be what you're left with because they're pushing us into this direction. It's all part of the Great Reset. And I've been saying this for so long now. You know, whenever you see chaos evolve or erupt in certain areas of the world, right away you take notice how quick they are to start talking about digital IDs because they are pushing towards one world everything. One global citizen, one world citizen, one world currency, one world religion, and so on. Because this is what they want. This is the future that the elites want for you. But you're invested in what the elites are invested in. So when they get rich, you get rich. You gotta get rich before this happens, is what I'm telling you. And you know, it is definitely coming. You could see the new financial system getting put together piece by piece. I don't think it's too far off from here. But until it does happen, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.